I was replaced.
Our top stories. My last check, bank backlash. Anger that Canadian employees were replaced with temporary foreign workers. An urgent recall of a popular birth control pill. 50,000 packages were sent out with ineffective sugar pills. The view from nurses about the state of our hospitals. Burnout, stress, and poor staffing levels are just some of their complaints. Good evening. There is widespread public outrage tonight over a move by the Royal Bank of Canada. CBC News first broke a whistleblower story that the bank was laying off dozens of employees here in Canada.
Yes, only to replace them with foreign workers brought here to take Canadian jobs. Some customers are so angry they are switching banks. But as Go Public's Kathy Tomlinson reports, some other banks are doing the same thing.
Dave Moreau was the first to speak out, one of several RBC employees whose IT jobs are being outsourced to foreign contractors from iGate.
They're getting work visas when there are Canadians out of work.
He can't understand how some got visas to come here temporarily to take over the work before it goes to India.
I had to train one of the guys to do the job I was leaving.
Now there's Juan Terrazas, who worked in IT for TD Canada Trust. He says he and dozens of others were let go last year after temporary workers showed up to learn the ropes.
My salary, my vacation, my bonus, everything just went out the door.
I was replaced by an employee hired from Mahindra Satyam.
Same story from Lisa Cobo, but at Scotiabank. She was on contract when the manager of this Indian outsourcing company here temporarily told her she was gone.
You know, they often told me we're here to make money and then we're going to go back to India and have a great life.
RBC terminated Gail Tedford's job last year, she says, similar circumstances.
I don't care what RBC says. I know what they did to me and I know what they did to many other workers, and what they're doing is totally unethical and unacceptable, and it needs to stop. They need to put Canadians first.
Joanna Ganchinska also saw her RBC job go to a foreign worker.
That's why they came here to train on the jobs that we were doing. They had no skills whatsoever.
We heard from BMO workers and some from CIBC saying it happens at those banks too.
The employee who's losing his or her job doesn't care what kind of a loophole it is. All they know is that we have a Canadian government that is allowing this to take place.
Our expectation is that all of our contractors comply with the rules and regulations of the country.
My last check at the Royal Bank of Canada.
Brian Sear is just one RBC customer expressing his outrage by closing his accounts.
It's outrageous what we're doing to our country.
On Facebook, there's a Boycott RBC page, nothing short of national outrage. It's supposed to be against federal rules for any foreign worker to come here, even temporarily, if it costs a Canadian their job. It's clear from the flood of people we're hearing from, though, that foreigners coming in as part of outsourcing for the banks is widespread, and many Canadians want it stopped. Kathy Tomlinson, CBC News, Vancouver.